Hi Aquarius, and thanks for joining me for the August of 2019 Tarot Scope with Animal Totem card. My name is Vickie Verley. This is the Rock and Roll Prophetess channel. We're going to do, as always, the main reading with the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, my own creation, followed by a card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. And then I always pull additional bonus clarifier card, and this month it's going to be the Sacred Path cards, which are really cool. A Native American based deck. Okay, you know, it's your full moon this month too. You get one new moon, one full moon every month, and yours is going to be this month on the 15th. We're going to have a full moon in Aquarius, so we could talk a little bit more about that in a few minutes. If you're watching this in July, you can still get the eclipse reading, but I'm also going to be having the equinox reading, the Libra ingress. So it's a change of seasons. Something told me to keep shuffling, okay. As the seasons change, so do the energies. And it's the autumnal equinox in the northern hemisphere, spring in the, fall. You know where you're at, you know what I'm talking about. But let's get into your reading. You're in the very center here, you are. King of Swords is you. You are the air sign person. Whether you're male or female does not matter in these general readings. This is the air sign person, and this is you. You also have the Page of Swords in reverse. Now, usually, I don't use the pages for people. And it still could be news is coming, and it might even be some news that you're not really up for hearing. But I feel like this is you. I feel like this is you as a much younger person, and I feel like this is you now. And I think it's what it's talking about is that you've really grown, and you've really come a long way. You've put down those childish things or something like that. That's what I'm hearing. And now you are the king. You act like a king. You behave like a king. You are the master of your own domain. You are the leader of your own life. And, you are in charge of yourself. You are mature. You're not playing baby games. You're a grown person. And there is some kind of big victory coming for you. I wouldn't be surprised if it's on or around that full moon for many of you on the 15th. Six of Rods is you receiving some kind of honor, some kind of accolades. The first cards up here was there's something that was kind of unusual, and you're moving away from it. You're done with it. You want, I feel like this is part of that like playing games thing, and it might even be, for a lot of you, it might be in your personal relationships. You might be tired of playing games, and you just want to move on, and you're just over it, and you just want to move past it. A lot of times I'll read this card as what you're moving toward, but I don't feel you're moving toward this. I feel like you still have to kind of weather the storm and get through it. There is some endings of some relationships. It doesn't have to be a marriage necessarily, but it could be. It could be your romantic relationship. For some of you, this is stuff that already happened. This has already happened, but you just haven't dealt with it. And then that full moon in your sign could bring it up. It could bring some stuff up. But you're in a better place you're more than well equipped is what I'm hearing. You're well equipped to deal with any of it. And, you're able to conquer it. You're able to resolve it. You're able to be powerful and move forward. The Ace of Rods is here. So seeds that have planted are going to bloom and grow. So if you're already making plans to get out of this is turned weird. Usually, a lot of times Hierophant in reverse, I don't really feel as like a bad card, quote unquote bad. But it's not that it's bad, but I feel like it's just weird. It's just like, this is not what I signed up for. That's what I'm hearing. You guys are saying, this is not what I signed up for. I'm leaving. I'm not up for this. I don't want to do this. I'm so past that now. I'm so much, I'm so, not in a snobby way, I'm not in junior high anymore, man. I'm a grown person. I don't want to play these ridiculous games. And so you've planted the seeds, and they are going to bloom and grow. And something's going to come back to you that's been taken away, but it feels like it's more like, God, I feel like myself again. I feel pride. It's like pride, self-esteem, these types of emotions. And that's what I'm picking up here, too. It's just like, I can be myself again. I don't have to play these weird games, or there's some kind of weird games going on, or weird behaviors, and I feel like I'm hearing it's getting weirder and weirder by the minute. And you just had enough. And you Aquariuses are a little weird yourself, not in a bad way, but you know, if it's too weird for an Aquarius, it's really got to be weird. Hangman in reverse. Time to. We've been waiting long enough. Hangman is about we're waiting, we're contemplating. I don't want to make a move yet. It's time to make a move. It's time to make a move. It's your full moon, and time to move. Yeah, time to make a move. Yeah, you are going to be. You're having some big aha moments. That's available for you if you want to tune into it and realize it. Some big aha moments. Some big. You know what? This is, I don't have to do this anymore. This feels also like, I'm hearing long suffering. This feels like something that's been going on for a really long time. And you don't want to do it anymore. You're just like, you know, I'm not crazy. I'm not the crazy one here. This is weird. I'm out of here. You know? Okay. All right, let's go ahead and move over to our animal totem. And if anything you are wanting to release, even if it doesn't happen this month, that full moon is a great day to do some kind of little ritual. Light a candle, do some kind of releasing energy on that full moon in your sign. Oh, the swan wants to come out. Okay, the swan. I just want to remind everybody to please check my website for the readings that are available. Many are for a limited time, so if you're interested, please check it out. Here's the swan. Graceful beauty, loyal partner and friend, recognizing the divine within us all. Where's my water bottle? I'm getting a hot flash, sorry. I need to spritz and get wet because I'm pulling the water bird energy here. Transformation, emerging of your true being, loving yourself at all stages in life, yeah. This totally makes sense. The swan is and the king are a similar energy, you know. It's like, you know, you're not an ugly duckling, you're not a little gosling or whatever. You've come into full bloom as the swan, and that's the king too. He's not a page, he's not a knight, he's the king. So you're coming into full bloom, you're coming into major self-realizations. You're being, you know, being yourself in all your glory. That's, you know, that's another thing. Because, you know, the tale of the ugly duckling, you know, they look different and they were made fun of because they were different and weird. And now you're like, you know what? I want to let my freak flag fly. I know who I am. I know who I am, and who I am is awesome. Yeah. So really letting that freak flag fly. And getting acknowledgement for it. Too, the Six of Rods is the one that really pops to me on this. And it's also right next to you here, you know. Yeah, so if something's just getting, you know, a little bit too weird, so I feel like you've been putting up with it for a long time. It's almost like the Stockholm Syndrome. Maybe that's a little bit extreme, but it's like that. You know, you've been putting up with it so long, and you're just like, you know what? This is not normal. This is not okay. I'm not, you know, I don't want to participate in this anymore. And, you know, maybe some people's feelings might get hurt along the way. That, you know, sometimes that happens. Or not even feelings getting hurt. I'm feeling more like breaking of ties, you know. Feels like you might have to break some ties along the way, but such is life in the big city. That's what I just heard. Maybe some of you, if you live in a more rural area, you might be moving to the big city. You know, that could be a message. That might be what was coming through with. Okay, so now on to the, we're going to do the Sacred Path. I love this deck. This is an older deck, too. It's from like the 80s, maybe. But it's a really cool, it's one of the first decks that I know of that kind of went outside the realm of tarot. When was this published? Oh, it was in the 90s. Looks like 95. Oh, no, 91. Yeah, 1991 was the first time it was published. But it's a really cool deck. And if you're a level 2 Patreon person, you can, that'll be coming up next. Also, if you're a Patreon person, you know that you get the free weekly tarot and astrology. If you're not a Patreon person, those are always available. The free weekly tarot, they're not free. The weekly tarot and astrology readings that I do post, you can purchase those on Gumroad if you're interested. So yeah, Aquarius, take advantage of this full moon in your sign. You get one a year, so it's a time of great enlightenment and a time of release and freedom. And release what no longer serves you, yeah. That came through strong. Thank you, everybody, for all your support. I do appreciate you all so much. Remember, I've got those couple of special readings for the limited time available on my website. Books, decks, t-shirts, everything keeps this channel going and keeps me going, keeps me putting out the readings month after month, year after year. I appreciate all your support so much. Remember, you are love and beauty incarnate. Have a great month of August, and I'll speak to you soon.